Welcome everybody to another NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series post-race review. Today we're going over the Federated Auto Parts 400 at Richmond International Raceway. So I want to do the post-race review. I didn't really see anything. I saw the entire race last night, so it was pretty good. It was a decent race. Nothing really happened for most of the race. But yeah, Kevin Harvick on pole. I believe Denny Hamlin started second. Green flag drop. Kevin Harvick got out to a pretty early lead. Martin Truex Jr. following in the third position, manages to get up to second over second place Denny Hamlin, and then gets to Kevin Harvick and passes him in around 40 laps later. So that's something that Martin Truex Jr. is good at, is those long run short track cars. He's really good at those, especially at Richmond. So he's going to go past Kevin Harvick, and you have another thing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. decides to go down pit road and get fresh tires, and then when he comes back on, he's a lap down. When he comes back onto the track, he manages to tap Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, it was a crazy save. He managed to save his race car, but since he locked up the tires, that completely destroyed his tire wear on his car, so he had to go down pit road, and that kind of screwed him up for the rest of the night. He was running around 6th or 7th, I believe, when that happened. And then Martin Truex Jr. would go ahead and basically dominate stage 1. He got a couple points and stuff like that. Then the green flag drops for stage 2. I don't believe there's anything really there. Martin Truex Jr. gets out to a pretty early lead over Kevin Harvick, and a couple drivers are getting up there, like Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, and Austin Dillon. They were getting up there. Same with Kyle Busch, Clint Bowyer, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, stuff like that was getting settled and stuff like that in like the 20th position, somewhere around there. And then it looks like Martin Truex Jr. led basically every single lap of stage 2. He won the second stage. Now we go down to pit road after the stage 2, the competition caution or whatever the heck it was for the stages. We have a couple things. Martin Truex Jr. Uncontrolled tire violation. That is kind of dumb. He didn't deserve that, really. I mean, the tire was just bouncing on the white line or whatever from the pit box. But the way I know it is that if the tire goes out of bounds out of the pit box, then it's an uncontrolled tire. Not if it's not in arm's length. The arm's length thing is kind of dumb. It gets rid of a lot of drivers who deserve to win the race. It kind of ruins them. And then it sent him to the back. Jimmy Johnson was found speeding, and Joey Logano, I believe, he got something for removing equipment during a pit stop, which I'm not sure. I think that's illegal for him to do that. Yeah, he did that. So that means Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, and Martin Truex Jr. will start in the back. Kevin Harvick will lead over, believe, second place Brad Keselowski, and then Almirola and Chase Elliott behind them. So the green flag drops for stage 3. Kevin Harvick's out to a pretty early lead, but since Brad Keselowski has an extremely strong short run car, Keselowski just flies by Kevin Harvick in his car. And then we have a battle, Chase Elliott and Eric Almirola. Chase Elliott gets past Almirola, and now Chase has to get to Kevin Harvick. And this is the tough part. Chase Elliott gets past Kevin Harvick, but then he catches up to Brad Keselowski. And at this point, they're already around lap 270 out of 400. And then they battle for around 10 laps side by side until Chase Elliott finally gets past Brad Keselowski. Now Chase Elliott is now your leader. He seems to have pretty much one of the best long-run cars on the track. But at this point, around lap 300, Kyle Busch gets onto the lead lap in the top 10. And Suarez and Bowyer are moving up. Bowman's falling back. Dillon's trying to run in the top 5, which he kind of is. And then a caution comes out, I believe, from Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 96. He started spinning around. And then green flag launches again, and Brad Keselowski with a short run car just gets right in front of Chase Elliott. Elliott drops back and loses a couple positions to Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola. And then he's battling with Austin Dillon around the 5th position or something like that. Then Kyle Busch comes out of really nowhere, comes up and is about to just kind of ruin the race for everybody running up there. Same with Martin Truex Jr. He's now entering the top 10. Kyle Busch gets up to Almirola, passes him, gets past people like Jimmy Johnson, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Eric Almirola, and Kevin Harvick. Now, Kyle Busch is around the second position behind Brad Keselowski, who doesn't have a very good long-run car. And then Martin Truex Jr. is around the 7th to 8th position on the lead lap now. Martin Truex Jr. would just fly by Jimmy Johnson and Austin Dillon, and he'll fly by Chase Elliott and Eric Almirola in just one corner and stuff like that. He'll fly by, like, all those people up in the top 10. Then Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski are doing legit a side-by-side race, and they did it for like 20 laps or so. This is around with 50 laps to go. Kyle Busch gets past Brad Keselowski with around 33, 32 laps to go, and it just set sails from there. Kyle Busch wins Richmond. Now, I kind of want to go on to a couple of the playoff standings. I kind of know what they are right now in my head. I'm not 100% sure, but I know people that are looking in, and people on the cut line, and people who advanced. So I kind of want to go over the results. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. finished 1, 2, and 3, the big three sort thing. Chase Elliott 4th, Eric Almirola 5th. That's really going to help him out. He had a really, really good car. Austin Dillon, who we really never had him going to the round of 12. He's been in the chase, I believe, twice, and this might be the first time he's going to the round of 12, and a year that they didn't look as strong as they did last year, but in these playoffs, they've been doing good. Finished 11th at Las Vegas and 6th at Richmond, and just got to avoid any trouble at the Roval, and they can set sail for the round of 12, so that's pretty impressive from that 3 team. We haven't seen that speed basically all year long. Yeah, Kyle Larson, the 2017 winner here, he finished 7th. He's been running up there all night long. Jimmy Johnson, who even was speeding on pit road, still finished 8th. Brad Keselowski, who was up in the lead with 30 laps to go, his long run car sucked. He probably lost like 3 or 4 spots in like one lap. That's how bad it was. Yeah, it wasn't really good for Brad Keselowski, but he's already advanced to the round of 12 after winning Las Vegas last week, so it's not too crazy. Clint Bowyer, who was running around 20th to 25th all night long with his decently long-run car, he manages to get up there. Yeah, Clint Bowyer qualified 24th, or started 24th, and finished 10th, and that's good. Eric Jones in the 11th position, I mean, that's a decent run, but that's not good enough for him, especially after Las Vegas, where he finished dead last at Las Vegas because of the tires that Kevin Harvick or whatever. Yeah, so that was a good run for Eric Jones, but I mean, it wasn't good enough. He's still like 15th or something. Alex Bowman in the 12th position. He was one of the fastest cars out there at Las Vegas. He was running in the top 3 sometimes at Las Vegas, and he was running in the top 5 sometimes at Richmond. So he's got a very, very good car, just like Austin Dillon. But he had that tire thing at Las Vegas. He's like 11th in the point standings or something like that, or in the playoff standings. Finishing 12th is kind of going to help him and kind of not going to help him. Wasn't as high as maybe he hoped, but it was still good for him. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishing in the 13th position. He's not in the chase. Joey Logano 14th after that violation of removing equipment on the pit stop. That's pretty impressive that he can get up there and finish in the 14th position. Ryan Newman, who's switching to Roush Fenway Racing in 2019 in the 6th car, replacing Matt Kenseth and Trevor Bayne, he finished 15th, which wasn't too bad. Denny Hamlin in 16th. He's dead last in the playoff standings. He wrecked at Las Vegas, and he's 16th at Richmond in one of his better tracks. Richmond was probably the track that he can get the most points out of, but that kind of sucks for Denny Hamlin. Then we have Daniel Suarez in the 17th position. He finished 17th. He was running around 12th and 13th half the race. He started dead last. I mean, not too much. He started 38th and finished 17th while running around 12th and 13th half of the race. So it wasn't too bad. Kurt Busch, he's in the playoffs. Man, he was up into the top 3 earlier in the race, and his car just fell apart, man. Finished P18th. Not going to hurt him too much. He's probably around 8th, 7th, or 6th in the playoff standings, mostly because of the run that he had at Las Vegas and how he stayed out of trouble there. Ryan Blaney, who did that alternate pitch strategy sort thing, did not work out for him. He had an absolutely terrible car coming into Richmond. He just did not look fast whatsoever. He did not look good at all. And I believe he's now on the cutoff line because of it. I think Bowman and Blaney are on the cutoff line currently with Austin Dillon and stuff. So that's kind of bad. William Byron in the 20th position. That's kind of where he finishes always. Jamie McMurray, 21st. Paul Menard, 22nd. I was hoping more to Paul Menard. He was up there for a bit. David Reagan, the 23rd. Mike McDowell, 24th. Matt Kenseth, 25th. Okay. He had a violation, like a commitment line violation, and he turned Jeffrey Earnhardt in that caution sort thing. I guess Jeffrey Earnhardt was really slow that he just got up with him. But that sucked. Cole Custer finished 26th in a Rick Ware Racing Equipment. Doesn't sound good, but he qualified he out-qualified Kyle Busch before the inspection process, which was kind of impressive. Bubba Wallace in 27th. Man, Bubba's sucking it up. Ty Dillon 28th. AJ Allmendinger 29th. Chris Buescher 30th. Kind of sad Chris Buescher didn't do too good. He was kind of up there in the top 20 at one point of the race. Regan Smith in the 95. He replaced Casey Kane for a couple of more races. So I guess that's whatever. Corey LaJoie 32nd. Ross Chastain 33rd. Matt DiBenedetto 34th. Joey Gase 35th. Landon Castle 36th. Jeffrey Earnhardt 37th. Alon Day making his first oval start in the Cup Series. He's an Israeli-European driver for NASCAR. And then Timmy Hill, 39th, and Gray Gaulding, 40th. So, yeah. That's your status sort thing. So let's now take a look at the playoff standings right now. So the playoff standings kind of look something like this. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex Jr. confirmed their playoff sort thing. They basically confirmed what it was. So they confirmed their playoff spot for the round of 12. So now in 4th, it's Kevin Harvick. He's most likely going to make it. He's 57 points before the cutoff line. Joey Logano 5th. He's probably going to make it. He finished, I believe, 14th or something like that, but he had a good run at Las Vegas. Like, he finished 4th at Las Vegas. Eric Almirola in the 6th position, one of my favorite drivers this season. Almirola, nice guy, Florida native. He's doing really good. He finished around top 10 at Las Vegas, and he got a top 5 finish here at Richmond. He was good all race long. Kyle Larson's most likely going to make the next round. He is 17 points above the cutoff line. 2nd at Las Vegas and 7th at Richmond. Not too bad. Kurt Busch, he 18 at Richmond. I mean, he took a beating. He finished. He had a lot of points above the cutoff line entering the playoffs. Now it's slowly dialed down. He finished like 20th at Las Vegas because of tires. He finished P18 at Richmond. It's not been going his way, but he's most likely going to make the round of 12 just because of his playoff points. Chase Elliott finished P4. He, I believe, wrecked out of Las Vegas, which really did hurt him. He started this race around 14th in the playoff standings. Managed to get himself up at 9th with those stage points. He's 10 points above the cutoff line. He's tied with 10th place Austin Dillon for the playoff line sort thing. So Austin Dillon is 10th with 10 points above the playoffs, 2,066 points. 11th at Las Vegas, 6th at Richmond. Not too bad. Entered 10th in the point standings. Alex Bowman 11th. He got a couple stage points at Las Vegas. He was fast there. Had like a tire thing. He finished like 22nd. And then finished around 15th today, which wasn't too bad. But he entered dead last in the point standings into the playoffs. So that's decent that he's made up 5 spots in the playoff standings. He's 5 points above it. So he could easily get knocked out if he doesn't do good at the Roval. Ryan Blaney, who didn't do good at the Roval either, just like Alex Bowman, he is only 4 points above the playoff the cut line in the 12th position. Him and Team Penske, that team's kind of been struggling. Finished like 19th at All right, listen, he finished 5th at Las Vegas and 19th at Richmond. That's not too good. I mean, the Las Vegas thing was good because he got a couple stage points, but he wasn't anywhere in contention for winning at Las Vegas, really, or anywhere in contention for winning at Richmond. So that kind of messed them all up. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't make it. Clint Bowyer, someone who had 2 wins, entered like 5th or so in the playoff standings, just entering the race. He is 4 points below the cutoff line because I don't know what happened. He had like something wrong at Las Vegas, and he qualified this bad at Richmond, finished P10, which wasn't too bad, but he didn't get any playoff points at Richmond. It kind of sucked. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson. Tire thing at Las Vegas. Looked like he was going to finish in the top 5 at Las Vegas. That did not happen. And then finished around 8th at Richmond. His car's been looking a lot better. I won't be surprised if he wins Dover or something like that. I'm kind of glad if he wins that. Eric Jones at 15th. Dead last at Las Vegas because of Kevin Harvick and him wrecking in front of him. And P15, P14, it was P11 at Richmond, which was a decent run but wasn't good enough. He is 21 points below getting into the playoffs of the next round. Denny Hamlin is definitely, unless he could pull an upset win at the Roval, he is not going to make the next round. Denny Hamlin, he's been horrible. He finished 19th, 18th at Richmond, and he wrecked at Las Vegas. It just hasn't been good for him unless he... if Eric Jones and Denny Hamlin want to make the next round, they have to win. Jimmy Johnson and Clint Bowyer, they could easily make it on points. Johnson's 6 points back, and Clint Bowyer is 4 points back. I won't be surprised if they make it, and they replace like Blaney or Bowman or Dillon. I mean, Dillon's not that good of a road course racer. Chase Elliott is. That's kind of crazy. So that's basically all I have to conclude about this post-race review and playoff thing of the Federated Autoports 400 at Richmond International Raceway. It was a good race. Mixed up playoff standings quite a lot. But, yeah, next week is the Roval. I should make a video on that. And see you guys in the next video. See ya.